Okay, what's up, guys? This is Justin Ruland here. Figured I would hop on and do a live hangout and a Q&A. I want to start doing these more often because honestly, I really don't go live at all on my channel. I mean, the last time I went live was on my birthday, which was back in November. Uh, but yeah, this is pretty much a live Q&A and a hangout. I'm gonna discuss a few things. This is gonna be a little short. I'm not gonna do a long one tonight. But this will be short. Maybe about. So last I checked, it was 10:47. Let me just look at the time again. Let's just see.
Finish button.
Well, okay, I can't. Hey Google, what time is it? Hey Google.
10:48.
Okay, 10:48. Okay, so I may go till about 11:15, possibly. Um, and then I'll hop off here. But I want to discuss a few things related to technology. And by the way, you guys can ask me anything. It doesn't have to be related to technology. You can ask me anything about me, anything of you know, anything you want. This is an open stream. I don't bite, so go ahead, ask away. Let me just see.
Switch camera button. Chat options button. Filters button. Options button. Filters button. Chat options
Let me
button.
just go to chat options real quick.
None. Hide all chat messages. Show. Kill the chat messages. None. Hide all chat messages. Show. Kill the chat messages. Show selected.
Okay, show. All right, there we go.
Filters button. Options button. Live. 1 minute. 41 seconds. Zero watching now. Zero likes.
Okay, we still got nobody yet, but anyway, um, a few things I want to discuss here first before we get into the tech-related stuff, which was mainly Google I/O this week. I want to discuss something about my YouTube channel, okay? And this is now I'm not sitting here complaining and crying or nothing because that's not what I do, right? I'm just I'm speaking the truth here. I'm speaking from the heart. Um, I have been I don't want to say I've gotten a lot of negative comments, but a majority of the comments on my videos have been quite negative. And a lot of it has to do with my camera and how things are and how it's presented. Okay, for those who don't know, which I'm sure most of my subscribers know, I am blind. Um, I'm not totally blind, but my vision is very limited. I only have peripheral vision. Like I can only see out of the corner of my eyes. So it's very difficult for me to focus a camera. Now, I know what some people might say. Well, if you're blind, why are you doing YouTube? Well, see, that's the thing. There are plenty of visually impaired YouTubers who are blind, and while you can't see what they're doing, you can hear what they're saying. And a lot of them are awesome. They do a lot of cool videos. Let me just check something.
3 minutes. 26 seconds. 1 watching now. Zero likes.
Hey, what's up? Whoever's watching, what's up?
Finish button. Switch camera button.
Um,
Finish button. 1 watching now. Zero likes.
anyway, like I was saying, a lot of visually impaired YouTubers come on here and they do some pretty amazing content, and it's great to see because it's something that I can relate to, and that anybody who's visually impaired can relate to. And anyway, so I've been getting negative comments about just the way things look, and that's pretty much what it has been. And I want to just say right now, I do what I can, right? I try. I don't have the best equipment in the world. I know I don't. I All I have is a phone and myself, pretty much. I mean, I do have my laptop, but I will never record on my laptop again because the last video I did on there was 480p and it looked like complete dog shit. So, and it kind of sounded like shit too. So I'll never do that again. But like, a lot of the comments I see are, people saying, "Oh, why is the camera like 3 inches above your nose?" Or, shitter review or shitter beard or yeah, somebody commented that. Now, I just gotta say, I'm gonna make this perfectly clear right now. If I see if I see any negative comments, I have YouTube Studio, and I will not hesitate for 1 second.
Finish button. Unwatching now. 5 minutes. Live. Options button. Filters button. Chat options button. Double tap to activate. Show live chat messages. Show selected. Filters button. Options button.
Okay.
Filters button. 10:52 p.m. AA Technology Master. Double tap to activate. 10:52 p.m. AA Technology Master is me. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Oh, hey Austin, how you doing? What's up? But anyway, somebody yesterday who was probably a subscriber of mine because I'm back down to 41, and I had 42, so I'd probably end up. It was probably a subscriber. Okay, guys, we're back. I'm back here.
Live.
For some weird reason, my YouTube crashed. That was really strange. But anyway, enough about that. Let's talk a little bit about Google I/O. So let me see if anybody's still watching.
7 minutes. 26 seconds. Unwatching now. 0 likes.
Oh, okay, Austin, you're still here. That's awesome. Thank you for being patient. But so let's talk about Google I/O because this is. Hold on, let me just. All right, before I do that.
Finish button. 0 watch. 7 minutes. Live.
Okay, now there's nobody. Crap.
Options button. Filters button. Chat options button. None. Hide all chat messages. Show live chat messages. Show selected. Filters button. Options button. Live. 7 minutes. 0 watching now. Finish button. 10:52 p.m. 10:52 p.m. Acknowledge. 10:55 p.m. Live.
Oops.
Options button.
Hang on.
10:55 p.m. Technology Master. 10:55 p.m. Technology Master login channel. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Hang on. Hold on. I don't understand what that was. Hang on a second.
Headings. Links. Controls. Default. Headings.
Whoops.
Default. Controls. Links. Headings.
Oh, really? I can't read by words? What the hell? Okay, well.
Links. Controls. Default.
Alright, whatever. Let me just try to read that again.
Live.
Hang on.
8 minutes. 0 watching now. 0. Finish button.
This is.
0 watching. 8 minutes. Live. Options button. Filters button.
Shit.
Live. 8 minutes. 0 1. Finish. Switch camera. Chat options button. Filters button. Options button.
Wait.
Filters. Chat options button. Show live chat. Show selected. Filters button. Options button. Live. 8 minutes. 0 watching. Finish button. 10:52 p.m. Technology Master. 10:52 p.m. Technology Master is me. 10:55 p.m. Technology Master. 10:55 p.m. Technology Master. Love your channel. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Channel. Okay, love your channel. Sorry, I didn't get that for a second. But okay. So we're gonna talk about Google I/O here because this is my favorite time of the year. Because as an Android fan, I love hearing everything that Google comes out with. It's just amazing what like the feats that they accomplish. So let's talk about my the three most important things to me at Google I/O. Number one would be Google Assistant. Now, Google Assistant every year gets major improvements. Um, this year, this year's Google I/O was really focused on AI. So Google Assistant was obviously like a main focus here. So anyway, um, I want to discuss first the 6 new voices that were added in Google Assistant. Previously, there were two for U.S. English, just a male and a female voice. Um, my first impressions of the voices, they are pretty cool. I mean, they sound quite natural to be honest, and it's really cool how Google can make things like so natural, like how they can make it almost like like so conversational. It's just great. Um, the next thing with voices in Google Assistant is that put they're gonna add John Legend's voice at the end of the year, which is crazy. And I heard the demo of it and I was amazed because it sounded like true to life. So I thought it was pretty cool. And also, they they did some visual changes to, excuse me, to Google Assistant, and
Live. 11 minutes. minutes. 5 seconds. Live. 11. 0 watching now. 0 likes.
Dang it. Thanks, YouTube, for freaking crashing. Anyway, so they added some visual changes to Google Assistant. I really didn't see it because when I was watching it, I turned on dark screen on my phone to preserve my battery life because it was a 3-hour stream. So I turned on dark screen, but hopefully, I'll get to see it for myself. And they also showed off some of their smart displays. Well, they talked about them, but they were showed off at CES, and they're gonna be released in July. So I don't know if I'm gonna get. I don't know if I'm gonna get that. I'm fine with my original Google Home that I've had for about 2 years now. So I don't know if I'm gonna get one with a display, maybe in the future, but right now I think I'm okay with mine. Number two is Android P. Now, Android P is, I don't want to say it's like a major overhaul of Android, but it's a lot of things are changing though. You got gesture support, like gestures, kind of like similar to the iPhone 10. Um, and then there's notch support, which is very controversial to people to the tech community. Me, I don't really know much about notches because I haven't seen a phone with a notch really, so I can't really comment on it. But I know a lot of people don't like it at all. But there's notch support, um, and there's a couple new features. Like one is called adaptive. I think it's called adaptive battery, I believe, which basically it'll learn from your usage habits and pretty much it'll close the apps that you're not going to use in the background. Like I think it'll like learn. I think they said like it'll learn what time you use, like how many times a day or what time of day you use an app, and it will. Hang on a second. Let me just.
Finish button. 2 watching now. 0 likes.
Oh, two. What's up?
13 minutes. 2 watching. Finish button.
Let me
2
just
watching now. 13 minutes. Live. Options button. Filters button. Chat options button.
let me just open the chat here and see what's.
None. Hide all chat messages. Show live chat messages.
I hate how I got.
Double tap to
I
activate.
have to do this all the time, but
Show selected. Filters button. Options button. Live. 13 minutes. 2 watching now. Finish button. 10:55 p.m. AH. Live. 13 minutes. 52 seconds. Live. 13. 2 watching now. Finish button.
okay.
Double tap to activate.
So I don't see anything, but yeah. So they added adaptive battery, which like I said, I believe it will. I think with how they said it is that yeah, it'll close down apps in the background that you're not using, and it's that's pretty nice because um, Google's been trying for years to put a huge emphasis on battery life in the newer versions of Android since Marshmallow with Doze, and I think they've come pretty far. The next feature in Android P is adaptive brightness, and basically what this is if you have your phone on auto brightness and you set your screen to a certain brightness, it won't because normally what auto brightness will do is it'll like dim the phone or raise the brightness up depending on the lighting environments to it could be either too high or too low. So what Google's trying to do here is percentages depending on the environment. So I really don't use auto brightness, but jeez, my YouTube keeps on fucking crashing. I don't know what's going on here. This is pissing me off. But where was I? Oh yeah, adaptive battery. So, I mean not adaptive battery, adaptive brightness. So like I said, I don't really use this, but like I said, for those who do, this would be really neat. Um, the next feature is dashboard. And basically what dashboard will do is it'll give you a summary of how many times you unlocked your phone a day or how many times you've used a particular app. So like what Google's trying to do here is trying to counter. They're trying to help you overcome smartphone addiction because I'm guilty of this myself. I'm addicted to my phone. I'm not afraid to admit that. Let me just see if anybody's still here.
Live. 16 minutes, 38 seconds. One watching now, 0 likes.
Okay, we're down to one. Dang.
Finish button.
Um,
One watching, 16 minutes. Live. Options button. Filters button. Chat options button. None. Hide all chat. Show live chat. Show selected. Filters button. 11:01 p.m. 11:01 p.m. Technology Master. 11:01 p.m. Technology Master. Do you still have to double tap the home button or do you have to slide over? Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Oh, okay. So, sorry, I forgot to explain that a little bit. So with the gestures, um, basically what you do is you swipe up once on the home button to get to your overview. Well, actually, to go home, you just double tap on it. But you would still double tap on it. But to get to your overview, you would swipe up once, and that'll take you to your overview, which is your recent apps. Swipe up again, it takes you to all apps, which is your app drawer. Um, so that's basically what they did for gesture control. I hope I explained it well enough for you. But anyway, so about dashboard, I mean, this is gonna be good for me and it might be terrifying too, because God knows how many times a day I unlock my phone. I don't know, to be honest. It's probably a bunch of times a day, maybe 100 times a day, if I'm being honest. Um, Next feature is a feature called. Oh God, my air freshener just sprayed me. Ooh. Um, the next feature is called wind down mode. So what this will do is you tell your Google Assistant what time you want to what time to turn on wind down mode. And what this will do is basically it'll set your phone to grayscale. So everything you watch will be, or look at, will be in black, like black or white. So, and obviously it's gonna make you put your phone down because it's not gonna look good. So you're gonna go to bed, put your phone down and go to bed. So that's pretty. Again, that's gonna be something useful for me because sometimes I don't know when to put my phone down, and I'm obviously gonna use that feature when it comes out. And finally, number three, let's talk about accessibility. Now, there wasn't much here um, regarding talkback or anything like that, but a lot of stuff um, for hearing and other physical disabilities, such as motor impairments. Um, quite honestly, I don't really remember a lot of. I mean, I did watch the accessibility conference, but I don't remember a lot of things about what they talked about, like for the motor the motor impairment stuff. But one thing I do want to talk about is an app called Lookout that Google is launching in the summer. Now, this app is, I guess you would say it's Google's answer to Microsoft's Seeing AI on iOS. um, Excuse me. It's Google's answer to Seeing AI for iOS, which, oh wait,
11:06 p.m. Technology Master. I'm so sorry, but I'm using one more time because I have a bad connection here in the screenshot of you were trying to do it. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
okay, all right, I'll talk about the gestures one more time. So, okay, so here's how this works. So you would double tap your home button normally, right? And but to get to your recent apps, you swipe up once, and then to get to all apps, you swipe up again.
Your live.
What the YouTube? Stop fucking crashing, Jesus. Um. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so you can turn this on in the developer preview now, which of course me and you won't be able to run it because we have the same phone, the Galaxy S8 Plus. But you would go into your settings, and I believe it's under System Gestures, and you can toggle it on or off. Okay, but anyways, I want to talk about Lookout. So like I said, I think Lookout is Google's answer to Microsoft's Seeing AI. And basically, what Lookout will do is it'll identify objects and landmarks for you, and it's also OCR. Um, but the bad news for me, and the one thing I don't like, but I guess I understand why, is that it's only made exclusive to the Pixel. And I believe it's because I believe they have I believe they have Pixels have like special chip. I think it's like a neuro chip or something like that, or I forget what it's called, but I believe that's the only way it can run. But I don't know, man. Like I would love to have something like that on my phone. Now I know I can use Google Lens, but being able to just walk around and hear my phone speak everything that's in front of me is just it sounds awesome.
Live.
Let me just fix the chat again.
Options button. Filters button. Chat options button. None. Hide all chat messages. Show live chat messages. Show selected.
Oh, hang on, we got some chat here.
11:01 DMAA Technology Master. You still have to double tap the home button, or do you have to slide over? 11:01 DMAA Technology Master. Live. 23 minutes. 1 second.
Okay, that's it. Um, but yeah, so far it seems like this is going to be available on the Pixel devices, and this does kind of suck because I would love to have something like this on my phone. Now, of course, I have Bixby Vision, I have Google Lens, but oh, hang on, gotta itch my eye. But yeah, so I hope that there's a way that it can be ported over to other Android phones, but I'm not too optimistic, which kind of sucks. Because not all blind users have Pixels. So yeah. Anyway, so those are kind of my quick thoughts on Google I/O. Um, Let me just see what time it is. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 11:11.
11:11. Okay. So I'm gonna hop off here in a little bit. Sorry about this stream, guys, for starting and stopping, but YouTube keeps on crashing. I hope they fix this soon because I want to do these live streams more often. Um, I, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do them Thursday nights. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure that out as we go along. Um, but anyway, I mean, like I said, that's all I had to say about Google I/O. And let me just go back.
One watching now. 0 likes.
Okay, you're still here, Austin. I think it's you still. Um, but anyway, um, like I said, those are my quick thoughts on Google I/O. If anybody has any questions that they want to ask me quickly, because I'm gonna wrap up here in a few seconds. Well, in a few minutes, actually. I'm sorry. I'm gonna wrap up here in a few minutes. So if you have any questions you want to ask me, feel free to leave them in the chat, and I will be sure to answer them. Now, like I said earlier, it can be any question. It doesn't have to be tech related, but it can be if you want it to be. Okay, we got a comment.
11:08 p.m. Kevin Delight having some issues with my ZPad tablet. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to one press.
Oh, hey Kevin, what's going on with your tablet, man? That's weird. Um, is it like are apps crashing on you, or are you like is it laggy or rebooting? Hopefully, it's something I can help you with. But like I said, if you guys got any questions, um, about anything, feel free to leave them down in the chat, and I will gladly answer them. Now, I can I can kind of see when a chat pops up. Oh, like there, right there.
11:12 p.m. Kevin Delight having trouble with my tablet. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to one press.
Okay, I mean, yeah, like I said, I mean, is it rebooting? Is it is it lagging? Um, but yeah, like I was saying, I can see, I can't read it with I can't read the chat like by looking at it, but I can see like when it pops up on the bottom of the screen, or actually I think it's like kind of the bottom in the middle, I think, and I can just touch it and Talkback will read it for me. Um, but I want to discuss um something I plan on doing. Um, I'm going to do it. I might do it tomorrow, but I want to do a video about. Oh, here, hold on a second.
11:13 p.m. Cabin delay keeps lagging. Will not allow me to unlock it at all. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Oh shit! You might have to. You might have to power it off and put it in recovery and do a complete factory reset then, because if you can't unlock it at all, yeah, you're gonna have to power it off and boot it into recovery and reset it. I'm sure you could look online because how to put it in recovery because there's a lot of like with there's with Androids there's it's different with every device to put it in recovery. Like on my phone and your phone, it's the I want to say it's the Bixby key, power and volume up or volume down, one of those. Excuse me, one of those two. But anyway, I wanted to do a video to. Oh, I got another message.
11:14 p.m. AA technology master policy will do, and I haven't talked to him in a while. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Oh, he's. I don't know. I think he's doing all right. I mean, you can write to him in the chat. Feel free. I mean, you guys can talk in the chat. Like I said, this is an open chat, so if you guys want to talk in the chat, go right ahead. Um, but all right, let's see.
11:15 p.m. AA technology master. I sent a message before this one. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press. Characters. Words. 1. Colon 50. Capital M. AA tech. No. Ajima. Terra. 7. 11. 15. p.m. Kevin. Till. 11. 15 p.m. PV.
Whoa, this is weird.
Characters. Default. 11:15 p.m. Kevin Till. Double tap to activate. 11:15 p.m. Kevin Till won't even let me power it off, so I'll just let the battery die. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Oh wow, won't even let you power it off. What the hell, dude? Wow, that's very strange. But I want to do a video to. I'm gonna maybe I'll bring it out tomorrow. Maybe I'll record it, but I want to do a video about why I think Samsung offers the best Android experience for the blind and anybody with disabilities. Because I do feel like in a way they are better. They are a little better than Google regarding accessibility. So I do want to do a few demonstrations of that and um, kind of just give my perspective on why I came back to Samsung in regards to accessibility. So let me see what time it is here. Hey Google, what time is it? Oh, we got a message.
11:17 p.m. AA technology master. Remember how we said you were going to do videos together? Is there any way we could both be in it? Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? You know what, Austin? We can talk about this tomorrow, and you can when I do these live Q&As again, maybe I'll bring you on. Maybe we can go on Skype or um. Well, we can't do Duo because I. Well, maybe we can. Maybe I can have Duo in the background uh and the live stream. Maybe I can do that. We'll figure it out though. Um, but anyway, hang on. I'm gonna check the time again. Oh,
11:17 p.m. AA technology master. Remember how we said you were going to do videos together? Is there any way we could both be in it? Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press.
okay. Why did that chat pop up twice? That's weird. I don't know. That's kind of weird that it does that. This live stream is a little weird, but um. Anyways, guys, I think. Wait, how many people are watching right now?
Live. 30 minutes. 44 seconds. One watching now. One like.
Oh, one. Okay. It's weird because I know you and Kevin are both I know Austin and Kevin are both watching. So why does YouTube only say one? That's kind of weird. This whole thing is weird. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Um, it was fun talking to you guys for about 31 minutes. Like I said, I will do these more often. Maybe every Thursday. I'll figure out a day. But I want to interact more with you guys. This is Justin Ruin, and I'm out. Peace.
Finish button. Okay button.